Oh yeah, let's go. Hey. Oh yeah, let's go. Hey. Oh yeah, let's go. Hey. I want to do this so you guys can see my hair a little bit more on this side. Do you understand? Just want to be relaxed. If I'm honest with you, I just want to baby. Just want to live my life. Jay sister, you feel? Get what I mean? You feel me? Yeah. Let me see if it's just looking correct though. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel here, Cocoaimssk. You already know what it is. Ow. Guys, I bet you're thinking, why does she use it? Like, this is my thing. Like, I'm crazy, so I make sound effects and all this stuff. So it's about me, period. But anywho, guys, hi guys. First of all, before we do anything, please like this video, darling. Please comment and subscribe. Comment anything. Make sure you watch the video and then comment down below. Cool. As you guys can tell by the title of this video, this is how I passed my driving test. My driving test. Not gonna lie, it's gonna be what? Is it 2 years or when did I pass? 2018. So 2018. Okay, hold on. 2018. I'm still thinking. Okay, 2018, 2019, it's been 1 year. Then it's been 2 years. It's gonna be 3 years. 3 years, you know. 3 years, you know. See, guys, I told you I'm not good at maths. But anyway, yeah, it's gonna be 3 years this year. Alhamdulillah. I'm so grateful for that. I know it's very difficult during this time, obviously, to pass, etc., because obviously lockdown, driving lessons are not happening, driving tests, I don't know if they're still happening, and a lot of changes as well since I did my test for like the theory and all that stuff. Like, boy, wow. But anywho, cool. So this is a story time on the day of what happened on my test dates.
More than you know, cause they can never come close. Night and day.
I explained 2 test dates because I had 2 test dates. Yes, I passed my driving license. If you didn't know, I passed my driving test the second time round. I didn't pass it the first time round. So yeah, so let's go. Let's tell you what happened the first time round. So the first time round, it was 2018 September. I remember vividly. I remember it being either the 14th, I don't know, I think it was around them 18th sides, but yeah. So basically what had happened was, obviously I didn't start uni at the time. What's going on? Okay, cool. I thought something was going on. But obviously I didn't start uni at the time. I start uni, my university starts university in October. So it was September that time. But I've already started doing lessons and stuff like that and was ready for the test. So during that time, September, I was living obviously here, and then I haven't moved into my accommodation yet. So I had to travel every time to go for a lesson during the summer. It was long. Long story short, the day of my test came. So I remember vividly because I made a cake, my first time making a cake the day before, and then the next day was my test. I traveled all the way to Colchester. That's where I did my test. If you guys know, get to know. If you didn't know, get to know. Yeah, I did it there. I did do my test in London. So yeah, so I did my test in Colchester. So I remember getting off the train that day, going to, and I got off at a specific station. If you guys know, it's called what is it even called? Colchester Town. Colchester Town, and obviously it's quite open. I don't know, it's a very weird station, yeah, but basically cars can come to that station. I don't know how to describe it to you, but anyways, my driving instructor was waiting for me outside, so he waited for me. Bless his little consult. Shout out to you. I'll put all his links down below, guys, because he's amazing. Anywho, so I'm going off track. So obviously I got into his car now. He took me to the test center. Not gonna lie, guys, I was shitting bricks. When I tell you I was shitting bricks, big polyps of bricks was coming out me. Because guys, I was nervous. Like, already driving, guys, I told you already, it took me about 2 years to get my license, yeah. So I was already in a little bit of a sticky situation, but I believed in myself because of my driving instructor. I believed in myself. So what had happened was, obviously you know the drill. If you don't know, basically you go to the test center, you have to, I don't know, I can't remember, but you had to get your like I don't know, you had to fill in some things or whatever, or sign in to show that you were here for the test or whatever. Call your instructor, sorry, your invigilator, no, your, what do you call these people? The person that tests you, yeah, basically you get to see them and then they come out with you. So on your test day, you have the decision to decide whether you want your driving instructor to come, so the person that's been teaching you all this time, to come with you or to not come with you. I genuinely didn't want pressure on me that day, so I said I don't want him to come, because I just feel like if I was to fail, it was just like I don't want to fail in front of him. Do you understand? So I was like, nah, he's not coming. And then he was like, you sure, like I can come? He was like, nah. And he didn't even pressure me, to be fair. I just said no. And he was like, cool, I'll go with your decision. So now, let's say I had Henry the Hefty guy. Yeah, I had Henry the Hefty guy. Henry the Hefty guy, guys, this guy was big. He was a big white man and he had grey hair, and he was, yeah. So obviously we got into the car now. He said hi. Guys, please tell me, it was so awkward. The silence was so awkward. Like, it was just a bit weird. Like, already the energy was off during them times. I was thinking, what's going on? What's actually going on? But I was like, do you know what? Calm, collected, Ames. That's who I am, calm, collected. So obviously they tell you to read basically the number plate. So you have to read the number plate to check if your eyesight is working correctly. And also they ask you two questions, a show me question and a tell me question. Show me question, if you didn't know, is basically show me how you put your Windows screen down, your windows on the side down. Show me how you press the horn, stuff like that. But there's other difficult questions as well. And then a tell me question is like, tell me, I don't even remember a tell me question. I'll put an example here down below, but that's what it says. Or tell me how to put your handbrake up, or no, tell me how you would position, I don't know, like something like, you get what I mean. Anywho, so I passed that, cool, boom bada boom. So it was time for me to start driving. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I was so scared. Like, I wanted to just get out of that place immediately, but I couldn't. I had to show that I could be a good driver, potentially on the road. So what happened? We went off. The journey was smooth, rat-a-tat, until BAM! BAM! I don't know what happened, but as soon as I got to this junction, it's like you said, Amy, you put a switch in me and said, Amy, you can't drive anymore. Make sure you mess up everything here, because clearly you was paying £48 for every 2 hours for no reason, and you've paid over 1,000 grand, more than 1,000 grand on driving. It's like you put the switch off and said, no, finish, don't drive properly. Because as soon as I came out, guys, I turned left, everything turned left, as they say. I swear, like, I was doing silly mistakes. Like, guys, I would be trying to go over a red light, guys. When a big car is coming, like if you're what do you call that, like, I forgot how you call it, but basically if you're on a small road and you have to give space, I'll try and see if I can fit through, stuff like that. I was doing the dumbest mistake, and one mistake just happened and it just cut it all off. It's when we got to, I think, a roundabout, because roundabouts at the time was my fear. Like, I fear, till this day even, I kind of fear big hefty roundabouts, innit? So all I heard was what's it called? Okay, we're gonna stop the car. Please put your thing to the side. Because I think a car was coming at the time. I can't remember vividly, but I think a car was coming at the time, and I was trying to go, and obviously you're not meant to go, and I could have caused an accident. Then boom. Can you guys imagine? Let me tell you, I was just like, yeah, I know I failed. Like, from then on, I knew I failed. It was like, it was it, basically. So from after when that happened, then I just started driving even more recklessly. Like, I just didn't give a heck. I drove until we got back to the test center, and then he said to me, and the thing is, he wasn't even a smiley person or anything. He was just very, you know, those people that are just very in your face, but they're not rude, but they're just, I don't know how to describe it. Anywho, long story short, we got to the test center, parked up, pulled up. I even did my maneuver that I was meant to do, did the maneuver and everything. That's the thing that, anyways, I'll explain. I did my maneuver, and then after
he was like to me, yeah, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say that you have failed your test.
Guess how many minors I got? Guess how many minors? I've mentioned it before and I'm gonna mention it again. On my first driving test, I got 24 minors. 24. Guys, I told you I was driving recklessly. I did not give a heck. I didn't care. I'm not care. I'm not care. But yes, guys, that's what happened. That's what happened on the first one. I was shocked as well for me to have 24 minors, guys. 24. Like, gee, that's too much. Like, the most you can have even for minors is, I think, 15 minors. Guys, I had 24. Honestly, I could have even had a major if you really wanted to put that down for me, honestly, at that point. But I just knew it was just not the one. I was obviously distraught, upset and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's life. There's nothing you can do, because why? God gave me another chance, and this is my happy story. The second time I passed my test. So I'm not going to explain, obviously, the first bit of, you guys kind of know the gist of you going to the test center, meeting your what do you call these people? The people that test you on your driving test, yeah? I'm thinking of invigilator from an exam. That's what I keep thinking of. But yeah, then boom, let's get the test going. But here's the twist. Obviously on the first one, I said that I didn't want my driving instructor to be there, but on the second one, he was like, Amie, I'm coming. Regardless of what you say, I'm coming. And I was like, okay. Like, I had to just accept it because he said he's coming. By force, by fire, he's coming. So, of course, I had to accept regardless. But also, another thing that I did differently on my second time round, was the fact that obviously we had lessons prior, and we met prior. But then I legit, and obviously before your test, your instructor picks you up to like do like, you know, driving as normal and just, you know, advising you and stuff. But this time we went near the test center and we didn't even do that last minute, let's say, driving lesson. We had a legit heart-to-heart personal chat, like, you know, like a motivational Ted Jacobs or Ted T Jacobs, whoever that guy is that speaks a lot of good sense to Christian people or motivation in general. That's how it felt like. I just felt like a student, and then the teacher was really talking, like, you know, wahal in my ears, like, you know, like a parent to a child when they're really talking to you. That's how I felt. He was really, like, really giving me words, gems, real gems. He was basically saying, like, you got this, like, believe in yourself, even though whatever happens today, you got this, like, you know that you've come this far, babe. Like, legit, like, it was so emotional. I actually wanted to cry. Like, I held, you know, when you have the crying, like, you know, stuck in your throat. That's what I had, because I didn't want to cry and show that I was scared again. But this time around, I don't know, I was scared, but also I felt comfortable because I knew what was going on during the test. Obviously the first time I didn't have a clue, so I was scared in general what was going to go on, but now I kind of knew the gist of what was going on. So he was like, you got this, like, trust me. Like, he was just giving me some good gems. Like, I can't even explain this, but alhamdulillah for that, because if I didn't have that chat, and maybe if I didn't do the prayer that I did, you never know. But alhamdulillah, I did it, and also he came. So that was the two difference, like how I fought for myself. That's like what got me to pass my test. So long story short, so obviously we're going into the test now. He was behind, so they sit right behind you. So they don't sit right behind the driving instructor, they sit, the other instructor, the one that's testing you, they sit behind you. So he sat behind me, and one thing he said to me, I remember, is that what's it called, I'm not gonna look at you this whole test. I'm not gonna see if, like, you know, the mirror in your car, if you see, like, I'm not gonna look at you. I'm gonna just do what I'm gonna put my head down, and you're gonna drive for me. If I know that you've been driving well, you'll see a massive huge smile on my face. But if obviously you don't, then that means you know that you didn't do well. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, cool. And I said to him as well, I'm not trying to look at you because I want to do this test and prove that I'm a good driver. Cool. So let's say this invigilator or this instructor that was testing me, let me call him Ricky. Ricky, he's a nice skinny chap, nice lad, you know, bald head. He's got a really bald head, but he was lovely. And by the way, they all wear high vests, so it's like that, you know, the green thing. Yeah, they all wear that. So yeah, so he was wearing that, and he was like, oh, hi, you're right. And he was like kind of straight to the point, but also nice at the same time. So he was like, yep, so we're gonna do this, this, that, and that. Is everything okay with you? Yeah, perfect, let's get on with it then, sort of thing. Do you understand? So I was thinking, okay. So I was like, I was cool, comfortable, and he was quite chatty, but compared to the other one, that one was not, he only asked for my name and the conversation ended there. I even tried to initiate something, but no. Anyways, this one now, he was so lovely. Ricky was amazing, like very straightforward, not too goody but also not too rude. So yeah, so we'll go in now, driving, I was doing pretty well, to be fair. I was calm because Ricky was talking to me at the same time. I was thinking, rah, you actually need someone to, you know, motivate you, give you that power, the motivation, you know. So he gave me that goodness that I needed to hear and stuff like that. Even though my instructor was behind him, we had that chat, but still. And we were just talking, having casual chat as if I was driving in my own car. So yeah, and then guys, how I nearly failed the second time comes because we were approaching a what? You can guess it already. I guess you guess it already. It's a roundabout. We're approaching the roundabout. Guys, this roundabout, I've been on it many times because I was with my instructor all the time, and it's basically in town. Like, that's where he picks me up. That's where I go, do you know? And we go different routes. So I should have known. So he told me we're approaching the roundabout. Obviously, oh yeah, I don't know if I told you this, but during your test as well, they guide you. So there's a part where they're still silent and there's a part where they guide you. So the guiding bit is where he was this is the part where I nearly failed. So, can you imagine? So he was like to me, oh, so we're approaching the roundabout, please can we take the, I think it was the second exit. Yeah, please can we take the second exit. Was it second or third exit? It was one of the two. I think it was the third exit. No, please can we take the second exit? It's the second or third, I can't remember. It was one of the two, yeah, so I had to take. But bearing in mind, this is the roundabouts that have, like, you know, those many lanes. That's what it had. So I was very confused at this point. So I knew I either had to take the middle lane to go or the third lane. So I think what I did at first was take the middle lane. Now, I don't think I was meant to take the middle lane. No, yeah, it was the third exit, because why the hell would I take them? Yeah, so it was the third exit that I was meant to take, but I went into the middle lane. No, I can't, guys, I can't remember. Either way, yeah, I went into a lane that I was not meant to go into, okay? I just can't remember at this point. It was 2 years ago, forgive me. But yeah, so I had to go, I went into a lane which was a mistake. Guys, you know when you did a mistake and you know you've done a mistake? So I knew, he knew, and then my instructor knew, and then the energy just went, you know, like when you have the thing, the heartbeat that goes pew 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 pew, and then it goes, that's how it felt like. I swear, that's how it felt like. But guys, what saved me is like an angel went in my ears and said, no, 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 think, Amie, think, that's legit. And I was like, no. And the way I did it, because obviously I was already in the lane already, so luckily I checked my right mirror to check, because I was meant to go in the third exit, like the last lane, basically the inner lane that I was meant to go into, the last inner lane I was meant to go into, basically. So I checked my mirror, checked whether I was supposed to be like, because legit, if I didn't check my mirror, my test would have automatically been collapsed, failed. Because imagine if I didn't check my mirror and a car was coming to obviously come to that lane that I wanted to go into, it would have been World War III. So luckily I checked, no one was coming. I swiftly moved the car back to that thing, and it's like the monitor came back, the boom boom, the boom boom, because the ease that I felt doing that, but also the way my instructors explained it to me after of how I nearly failed if I didn't do that, boy, it was mad. So anyways, can you imagine that climax? I did that, went off the third exit, drove smoothly like a mole, peep, and then we came back to the test center after. I can't remember how long the test is again, even, you know, anymore even. But did my maneuver, sat down, and then all I just remember just looking up, seeing my instructor singing. Do you know what singing means? Smiling. He was smiling and he was so happy. And then all I heard was like, Ricky was like,
well done. I'm glad to say that you've passed test.
and I was like, I couldn't believe it, guys. I actually, like, tears came out my eyes. Like, I was crying. Like, I was actually crying. You know me, I love to cry, so what do you expect? And it was just like a sense of relief, like the fact that I actually passed. Like, this time I have a license. Like, no more green ting, I have the pink ting now. Like, I have a certificate now. Like, do you understand? Like, I was so like on my days, like, this is so surreal. So it wasn't even the fact that I passed, it was just the surrealness and everything. That's why I started crying. And I was so happy for my instructor because he was happy for me and stuff like that. And then obviously he explained how I nearly failed, so the way he said it made sense, perfectly sense. And even the instructor said it, he was like, I'm not gonna lie, that when you got to that roundabout, I thought it was game over for you because you did that mistake, but luckily you saved yourself. Do you know what I mean? And the way they said it to me, you know, like when Ubers talk to you and they just direct you, that's how I felt. And then I was like, oh my god, like, I can't believe it. But yeah, guys, like, I actually passed my test and I was so gassed. But yeah, your girl's a driver. But unfortunately, guys, right now I don't have a car. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't driven for a year, so I know I'm gonna be a bit rusty when I go back into driving when I have my car. But alhamdulillah, at least I've got a license, so that's on period. Like, and alhamdulillah, we thank God. But yes, guys, that was the story time of me and my 2 tests, that once I obviously failed and the other one I passed, and the story times of what happened that day. I hope you guys really did enjoy this. Like, it was even fun reiterating it back to you guys. Let me know if you want other car videos or videos to do with driving, etc., so I can give you tips on how I actually passed. I actually have videos though of me of my driving journey, and also tips, other tips, but also I feel like I can give you updated tips of how it actually feels like to drive, what I actually did, like I actually did like steps and stuff like that, and cost, all that stuff. Like, if you want me to go to the nitty gritty, then I could do that for you, okay? And driving, how to pick a car, the insurance, all that good stuff, anything you want to know, like like I've learned so much about cars now that I've driven for a year, like with my own car obviously. That's another story for another day. But yes, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy it. Please like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. And remember, stay cute, my lovelies. Bye.